Right, hello. Let's get started. This is what are macros. So you're going to hear this term in bodybuilding training, body composition training, fat loss training, muscle building training. What are macros? The point of this webinar is to understand what the hell are macros because they are a major building block for success in building muscle and losing fat. We want to learn what the hell are macros? What am I talking about? This is let's clean up the jargon, get our language straight so we can be successful in our goals. So, the jargon, calories and macros. Calories are measures of food or the energy in food. So, for example, 1 calorie is 1 unit of energy. Okay, a man on average needs 2,500 calories a day to maintain his weight. So calories are just energy. If you consume too many calories, you put on weight. Too few calories, you lose weight. So macros are types of calories. So we've got calories at the top, and it subdivides into 3. So all calories in some way are either a protein, a fat, or a carbohydrate. There's only one food in nature that exists an equal ratio of a protein, a fat, and a carb naturally, and that is breast milk. FYI. So protein. Let's talk about protein. What is protein? Protein. The best way to think about protein is it has come from something with eyes. So think about either it is the thing that had eyes, or it came from something with eyes. So think eggs, think meat, dairy, and some vegetables are high in protein. But if we're talking about like a pure protein source, we're talking about our meats, we're talking about our dairies. Okay, the protein, and all there will be a list of recommended protein sources on a PDF that accompanies this course. So, protein, eyes. Just think eyes. Animals. Did it come from an animal? Okay. What's to know about protein? For every 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. Okay. When you want to maintain or build muscle, every 2 grams of your body weight. 2 grams of your body weight for every kilo. Okay, so if I'm 100 kilograms, not far off, I need 200 grams of protein. If you're 80 kilograms, you need 160, so on, so forth. So again, protein, lean meats, fish, egg whites, some vegetables, and a full PDF of recommended protein sources are going to be accompanying in this course. Okay, carbohydrates. Ooh, carbs. I like to think of carbohydrates as anything from trees or anything that's sweet. So carbohydrates are similar in ratio to proteins, where it's from every 1 gram equals 4 calories. Energy. Carbohydrates are your main energy source. You store carbohydrates actually in your muscles, in your liver. Okay, there's nothing wrong with carbohydrates. If anyone on the internet says so, I fight them. They're probably just trying to sell you something. That your actual individual requirements of protein can be very individual depending on your genetics, your age, your daily movement and exercise. They subdivide into fast and slow. So if you're eating a fast carb, it's sweet. That just means it gets into your bloodstream quicker and can be utilized very, very quickly. So it's a good idea to have some fast carbs before a workout and then slow carbs after a workout. So think anything sweet, fruit especially, and slow anything savory. Some sources, potatoes, fruits, oats, breads, vegetables, and again, full list PDF coming along with this course. Okay, fat. There's nothing wrong with fat. You need fat. Your hormones are transported around the body in fat made in the liver called albumin. There is nothing good about a low-fat diet. Um, as you can see, for 1 gram of fat equals more than double. So putting on weight, fat, you've just consumed too many calories. And you can see if you have a lot of processed food, a lot of takeaway food, anything that tastes nice, it's probably got a lot of fat in it. Practical recommendations is never go below 20% of your total diet when it comes to fat. You need fat in your diet. Okay, so the jargon, so we've got protein equals 1 gram for every 4 kilograms, fat equals 1 gram, 9 calories, carbs equals 1 gram for 4 calories. Okay, this is just a practical thing. You are going to struggle hitting any kind of recommended protein intakes if you're eating processed food. I've had this so many times when I'm starting with clients. They're like, oh yeah, pizza, look, there's meat on it, so that's protein, right? Cheese has got protein in it, so this is good. No. The more processed and mixed together, the harder it's going to be to get your allotted macros and calories. Doesn't mean you can't have a pizza, but this isn't a very good source of macros. So what you want when it comes to macros is you want the uncut Colombian, straight off the boat, pure stuff. You want to pick whole foods. So let's say I've got a chicken breast, that is basically 99% protein. If I've got some rice, that's 100% carbs. I've got some avocado, that's 100% chocolate. The main thing I want to get across in this webinar is that you want uncut. Not necessarily because it's healthier, because it's easy to manage your macros and your calories. Doesn't mean you can't have some treats, you can't have takeaways, but the majority of your diet is going to be whole single ingredient foods that the majority of it is a single macro. So what you want to develop is this ability to look at a meal and kind of just guess. Like if I looked at that, I went, that's a good portion of protein. There's some carbs in the tortilla. We've got the vegetables, that's more carbs, and we've got some fat. It's a really well balanced meal. So this entire meal might be 420 calories, but within that meal, it's made up of 40 grams of protein, 20 grams of carbs, 20 grams of fat. So this lovely bowl of pasta, 35 grams of protein, carbs, fats, 300. So this basically is our measuring stick of how many calories are in a food and what ratio of that food, what macronutrients they are. So the best way to think about macros and calories is it's like a budget. Does it fit your budget? It's as simple as that. You go above your budget, you put on fat, you maintain your budget, everything stays the same. You go below your budget, you lose weight. Everyone's budget is different. I'm not going to sit here and recommend this is how much you should eat and this is how many macros you should have. There are general rules and guidelines, but just understand that this is where the battle is won when it comes to body composition. This is just an example. Just think of this as a plate, right? 90-80% of your meals are going to look like this, where you're going to have a large protein source. You can have some carbohydrates, either a mix of starchy carbohydrates like rice or pastas or potatoes, and vegetables, and a little bit of fat. This is a well-balanced macronutrient ratio. Okay, you need to start. My recommendation is just when you look at meals, start creating that skill just to kind of guesstimate. Okay, protein is going to be your nucleus, and then you're going to fill in the rest with carbohydrates and fats. Okay. So, how do we actually do this in a practical sense? I use MyFitnessPal. It's a free app. It allows you to scan. It allows you to track your macros and your calories. You should track your macros and your calories not to lose weight, but to educate yourself and build that intuition with food that allows you to manipulate your own body composition. So these are some of the results I've got with my clients using this method. One of them is me. Guess which one. If you're still a little bit confused, if you feel like you might need some help and some coaching, give me a call and we'll get you there. Wherever you want it to be, we'll get you there. Okay, I hope that was helpful. See you later.